You are seated on a dome. What are these dome that we see around? Can you explain a little?
These are artificial coral reefs, which volunteers, BPI Bayan, Focolari members, and other civic organizations in the city help us make almost every weekend. And this one will be deployed inside a marine sanctuary so that corals can grow, and then with it, the fishes will also thrive, and fisher folks will have better catch.
I understand that these are very important, but how did it start? The motivation you have regarding this initiative.
This project, which we call Reef Dome Project, started in 2012. But then at the time, we're just doing it in a small scale, meaning 20 to 30 domes in a year, and the domes were still very small at the time. Through the years, as we continue with the monitoring of the deployed domes, we were able to see that corals thrive well on these structures. So starting last year, in a way, we upscaled the project, so we were able to make 1,000 domes last year and deployed 750 within the Bantayan Marine Sanctuary. So what motivates me? Basically, I really see it as is a duty of a Christian, especially a duty of the Catholic Church, because we are always taught to be stewards of God's creation. And when Pope Francis came out in 2015 with the Laudato Si, even more I was really inspired to do things, because taking care of the environment not only takes care of our brothers and sisters, the fishes and the corals, but more importantly, it is also a way of taking care of our fellow men.
Pope Francis wrote in Laudato Si, he was mentioning about the protection of our common home. How did this affect you? How does it relate to you in your advocacy?
Well, when Pope Francis released the encyclical Laudato Si in 2015, I am very, very much inspired, and I was thinking, here comes a sort of encouragement really coming from the church, because during that time previously, it's so very hard to convince even our fellow Catholics about care for creation. But when the church magisterium already said that we should be taking care of the common home, then for me it's really a very, very big blessing. And even the sort of follow-up Laudate Deum, which is an apostolic exhortation, was also an added boost, for this campaign, to really take care of the environment, and these two documents from the Catholic Church also inspires even other Christian denominations. Those documents really a very big impact.
Your advocacy is very timely, and you're very much convinced about it, and you would like to bring it ahead. What would you tell others, those who are not really convinced about protecting our common home?
In Laudato Si, the Holy Father explained why even Catholics, why even Christians are not really convinced about protecting the common home, and it is because of the false misreading of the phrase of the Bible that man is given dominion over the earth. And the Pope continues that it should be read as man is being mandated to till and keep the earth, So basically, we are asked to do a balancing act of developing the earth, but at the same time keeping it, conserving it, so that future generations can still enjoy the things that we enjoy today. We are facing three ecological crises of pollution, biodiversity loss, and climate change. I think it's no longer up for debate that what we have been doing to the planet has a negative impact to us. Definitely, it has negative impact, and so while some while people are still not totally convinced to it, I think as of now, after all what I've done, after all what the church, the Holy Father, and all the people advocating for the conservation of nature have done, I think after all we've done, the last thing that I can do is to pray that the Holy Spirit will enlighten you and maybe join us in a little way. Maybe start even in your own home, first by segregating your waste and then probably planting vegetation. These two things are very doable things, and I hope with the guidance of the Holy Spirit, you may be able to do these things.
You have 4 young children, and they have embraced the lifestyle you have lived all these years in your family. If you are to address the young people, what would you tell them briefly?
Uh, First thing that I would say is, I'm sorry. My generation is part of those who failed you, and I'm sorry that we have brought the earth to this level. Okay, but as a Christian people, we are a people of hope, and definitely things will do get better. But we need to do our act together. And so there are so many things that we can do, from simple things like minimizing our waste, planting vegetation not only up in the mountain but more importantly also in urban areas, which will help control the heat island effect, and also doing things that will restore the environment like the Reef Dome project, mangrove propagation and planting, and as well as in bringing more the advocacy into the virtual space.
Thank you very much for this wonderful moment with you, Gary.
Thank you also, Romay.